Hey Vidge and anyone else who's watching this. I don't think anyone else is going to watch this, but if you're another human being other than Ralph Vigiano, then welcome and what is up? And there is definitely a chance that I like you way better than him at this point. But I just wanted to point out that I'm not enjoying any part of this, any moment, any second of this, and I really hope you enjoy me for 4 minutes in misery. With that being said, my battle was Fort Ticonderoga, and we are going to start off with a summary of the Revolutionary War. The Revolutionary War was a battle that lasted 18 years from 1765 through 1783. And this revolution took place because the colonies didn't want to be under British rule anymore, considering that Great Britain was a monarchy and aristocracy. Also, the colonies didn't want to pay for any more damages that Great Britain had to pay for the French and Indian War. And the colonies just didn't want to get taxed anymore because they thought they were getting taxed heavily and they were over it, basically. So the first act, basically, of this, now I don't want to say war, but basically the first big thing was the Boston Tea Party, and that is when the people decided to dump the tea into the Boston Harbor because they didn't want to pay taxes on tea because they just didn't feel like they needed to. And they thought that they had a right to do whatever is best for themselves and to get themselves out of that situation, basically. And yeah. So, now on to the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga. On May 10th of 1775, the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga was taken place. Colonel Benedict Arnold also teamed up with Ethan Allen, who basically told the Green Mountain Boys, which were a local militia, that they had to go into Fort Ticonderoga and basically take it over. And they were for patriots. They were obviously against the British people. So at night, the Green Mountain Boys were going to cross the river, but since the river was awfully large, half of the group was still in the river as dawn approached them, and then the other half of the group was across the river already. So half of the group was in the river, and then the other half was across the river, and then they just decided upon themselves that they were just going to attack, even though they didn't have the whole militia with them. So the Patriots ended up right at the southern gate, southern end of the gate, and luckily to their advantage, they didn't. The southern end of the gate had only one guard, so in order to distract that guard, one of them misfired their muskets, and it frightened the guard, which led to him running away or just being distracted. So the Green Mountain Boys were able to get into the fort, and they were moving in on the British. Ethan Allen, who led the Green Mountain Boys because Benedict Arnold didn't go along with them, went into the fort and claimed that they were capturing the fort because of Continental Congress and the Great Jehovah. And at last, nobody died at battle, but the Patriots were able to take over Fort Ticonderoga. And that is my project. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you learned something. And yeah, have a great day. Bye guys. I feel like I'm making a YouTube video. I like this.